Let's now go across to Ram Gopal Varma, film director and producer, who's been very, very vocal on this issue. Thank you so much for joining us, Ram Gopal Varma. You've been posting about this. You've even said you are a dog lover, posting a picture with your own dogs. Now, you seem to be very angry with today's Supreme Court ruling. Why is that?
I won't say angry. I'm just intrigued because, as a person who's been studying that phenomenon for such a long time, I couldn't see the logic or how it can be implemented in the first place. Of course, solutions are not simple. All of us understand that. But you see, when they said something like, once the sterilization or deworming is done, you have to leave them back in their places. How does that stop the menace is $1 million question. Because right now, the dog bites and the attacking of the dogs, all that is the main issue what we are talking about. See, in any given situation, you have to look at the immediate danger first, which is common sense. That doesn't need any great knowledge or understanding of it. So how does that help in terms of stopping the dog bites and children being attacked? That is one issue. And the second issue is if you're saying you have to take out the aggressive dogs and the rabies infected, considering the huge population of the dogs, how is it possible to find out which of them are rabid? I don't think we have the resources or the, manpower sufficiently to do that. And the third issue is he said something to the extent of any aggressive dog. Who measures aggressiveness? So a dog can be wagging its tail one moment, it can growl at another moment, it can be back to just cuddling with you. So the constant mood shift is what animals are about, especially dogs. So who makes the measurement of whether a dog is aggressive or not? So I think there are a lot of those things which are very unclear, at least as of now, in the judgment. That is what I was talking about.
All right. So you're saying there's certain, aspects of the order that's unclear, aspects of how this is going to, be practically done that's unclear. But surely, Mr. Varma, if a more humane solution is possible to the stray dog issue, well, why not give that a chance? Because the earlier order asking for all the stray dogs to be rounded up was absolutely impractical.
Right now, what is urgency? Why did this suddenly come out? Because the court has come to know that the enormous amount of dog bites which are happening and children being attacked, and you see the entire internet flooded with those videos and everything, and so many people giving their experiences with the stray dogs. And this is something which happened in many countries across the world. So, for any problem, there is an immediate, action, and then there's a long to study the causes and the consequences and the possible final solutions. That is something which only can happen later. But the urgency of the matter is to stop the bites as soon as possible and not to endanger children. I don't understand why that is not being taken seriously. So in the entire judgment, there is no mention of that, which is what intrigued me a lot. I'm not saying that they are not aware of it. Of course, they're aware of it. But that not being addressed is leaving a lot to be desired.
All right. Now, you have shot off a list of very satirical questions at the Supreme Court that you've posted on X. And the Supreme Court has said there's going to be, a national policy they'll come out with. So surely policy framing is, a much more serious matter than, the type of questions that you've posed.
It's like saying, suppose there's a forest and there's a man-eating tiger, or something like that. So and the tiger is actually killing people. Now, we can't say tigers because we have gone into their natural habitat, and that is the reason why the tigers have no choice but to come. That is a cause we are talking about. And what to do in the long run of how to make tigers not to kill people is the solution we can think of. And that also has to be speeded up. I'm not saying no to that. But the urgency of the matter is not about the dogs. It's about the victims of the dog bites. That is the only thing I'm saying. As a human being, what will be your priority is to protect human beings. No, that is as simple as that. So all the people who are talking about humane thing and all that, they are very safe in the houses. They're all luxury people. They're film stars, celebrities, and etc. And we are talking about the poor people on the streets. So there's a lot of difference between that and this.
No, on that aspect, you are, correct. And here at NDTV, also, we've been talking about how we have to find a solution. On one hand, you cannot have, dogs all being put into cages, but on the other hand, you cannot have, poor children out there in the streets or elderly being attacked or bitten by stray dogs. But the way you said it just now, are you saying that this, dog love is a very elitist concept and it's the poor who are suffering?
No, no, even the poor people can love dogs, even they can have pets. We are talking about not pets. We are talking about dogs which do not have an ownership, which no one claims them, no one looks after them, and they become feral. They are a different breed. Feral breed is different from pets. That is a difference I'm talking about.
All right. Thank you so much, Ram Gopal Varma, for speaking to us here at NDTV.